this is part B of the 40th stream. Today is Tuesday, July 22nd, stream 40B. Sorry about that, PC crashed. Sometimes I'm like, why do I even bother? How do I, like, switch these spots? Like, maybe the reason the artifact went to Asterion is because he's, like, over here for some reason. Like, why is that? Okay, we're gonna give this to Shadowheart. We're going to split. No, we'll just send it to Asterion. Okay, that's fine.
Try me. Where do I go from here? Death's cold grip. Make it hurt.
Ready. Your time has come. Victory awaits. Make way.
Still on my feet. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Shall we dance?
Got to keep fighting. No time like the present. I am fury. I am death. In my best interest.
Yep, that's one of the annoying skills that they have. So we gotta take them out quick.
Sounds like fun. Be quick.
Let's finish this. On my way. This'll help. I will ascend. No time to waste.
I won't give in. matters.
With pleasure.
Need to act fast. Time to strike. Hitazeth.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Okay.
I'm so tired. How do people do this all day?
Don't worry, we're gonna take a break.
No traps, please. Something good here, I hope.
Okay, Dead Zealot of the Absolute. Duke Ravengard is to be delivered unharmed, or mostly so, immediately. Moonrise Towers cannot fulfill its destiny until the Duke has been delivered. Those who succeed will be rewarded. Those who fail will face first my wrath, then Gortash's, then mine again. General Ketheric Thorm.
The Absolute's forces have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers. A powerful asset. Just what are their intentions, I wonder?
AC bonus. No air conditioning bonus. Oh, armor class.
Open up.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Rip squirrel. Mr. Chip. Mr. and Mrs. Chip. Rest in peace. They leave their hoard of acorns to their children. Whoops.
What's hiding here? Open up. Very well. Broken. Need to find another way.
I go down here? I don't even remember. Pretty sure I did. And I heard like a bear growl roar, but I can't find it. Yeah, I did. Okay, so... Yeah, you can take the ferry thing across like that, or you can take that side path. So I don't think there's anything over here. And yeah. How come there's like a fog of war right here, though? Did I not save? Yeah, I just didn't save over it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Another solid day of showing off at the I mean, exercising the body for better health. But we all know that the number one reason people go to the gym is to look good so they can get laid, right? Right. uh, that's actually not my number one priority. I mean, it's on the list. I'm sure it's on the list for everyone. It's just higher or lower for different people. Um, but like, for me, like, actually the number one reason for like not being a complete slob anymore was because of my psoriasis. Like, I was seeing some stuff about how if you eat a certain way, have a good diet, like, it helps relieve symptoms, and yeah, it helps a lot. And then just, you know, one thing led to another, you see improvements, you get dopamine, you feel rewarded by improving, and then now it's like, I see cool, like, calisthenic stuff, like people doing handstand push-ups, you know, people doing backflips and all this stuff. I'm like, dang, I want to try that. I want to improve and try that and be able to do that. Like, that's really cool. And like, I get a lot of satisfaction out of like learning how to like maneuver my body and how it moves biomechanically in order to like, I know this is a huge tangent, but in order to like stabilize myself and how to like hinge my body in a certain way, double hinge, in order to be able to like do a one arm push up or to try to do a single leg squat or whatever like that. And it's just really, really fun. I mean, it's compounded by the fact that I work in a place, in a job where I constantly see people, the vast majority who are like elderly or old or older, lose bodily and autonomy, and I'm like, no, never. I'm never, as you know, I will do my damnedest to prevent me being like bedbound or not be able to control my body anymore. It's like, no. Fuck that. I want to be able to function my entire life while I am on this planet. Bird's nest. Cave. A cave of wonder. Oh, that just goes back to where the entrance is. Okay. Bone. Civilian. To Goblin Camp.
Better not be cursed.
Why are we resting? Like, what part of the Goblin Camp does it connect to? I'd really rather not be forced to. Okay, I'll do that later, I guess.
What's inside? go.
Walk in the way of dawn, for Lathander cannot protect you where the light doth not reach.
I am Vlaakith. Are you sure that's the best course of action? Confirmed. I suppose not many can boast that they've been to a Githyanki creche and survived. Perhaps that's a good omen for our chances going forward, if you're feeling optimistic. I know. I felt it. Yes. No. I don't know. The artifact seems...
Oh my god.
I am... Are you sure that's the... Confirm. I suppose not many can boast that they've been to... I know. Yes. No. I don't know. The artifact seems to have powers, and a will of its own. It protects us. I don't know how or why, but I'm glad. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help, just as it needs us. Still just a box, after all. Might not be possible. It's stubborn that way, prone to lashing out. Keep it for now. We can all help to protect it.
Very well.
The sooner we get out of this Gith Warren, the better. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special. Well, you know where to find me.
Yeah, just me and the waifu.
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in their stomach. Did you want something? Very serious of you. But go ahead. It's strange. I've been dwelling on what I told you before.
I'm gonna give Shadowheart that sausage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, how do you like that?
Something good here, I hope.
That's curious.
Walk in the way of dawn, for Lathander cannot protect you where the light doth not reach.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man. May I inquire if perchance you retain among your traveling companions a man who adheres to the given name of Gale?
And why should I help you, Gandalf? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I ran into him yesterday on my when I played after stream. Gale, you say? Never heard of him.
Even though I suspect your denial soils rather than sustains the splendid dominion that is the truth, I shall take your answer in stride, and with it, take my leave as well. Adieu.
Can I, like, throw you? Huh.
You sought a fight, and now you have one.
Not going to last much longer.
What do you mean too high? That's the whole point. Dang, look at his health. Freaking, like, what is it? 185?
I'm ready. Onward.
Aw, he didn't fall off. I think the game doesn't want me to be able to yeet this guy over the cliff.
What now?
Let's end this.
Need to hold on. Light on my feet. If not over, then through.
Who there, wanderer? May I inquire if perchance you retain among your traveling companions, should it be the nature of our acquaintance that interests you? Well, you may safely classify Gale and I as friends. Should it be the nature of your present interlocutor that you desire to drag from the dark and unknown, I shall be glad to aid in your quest for illumination and identify myself as Elminster. Elminster Ormar. Now, if this answer satisfies you, let us linger no longer in this limbo of indecision, but settle on your knowledge of the individual I seek.
I do not know Gale.
Even though... Adieu.
You sort of.
Dang, he one-shot both of us. Wait, is Sunbeam that skill that Shadowheart got from that weapon? Oh.
My faith protects me.
Yep. 6 to 48, and that's on her. So for him, it's probably like 15 to 60 or something like that.
Is that blood? No, never mind. A private word would be nice.
Walking freely out of a Githyanki creche. A miracle if ever I've seen one. And trust me, I've seen quite a few.
With pleasure. Lead on.
Lovely day, this. For now.
Wizard level 6. Potent cantrip. Okay. Your cantrips become harder to evade entirely. When a creature succeeds in saving throw against one of your cantrips, it still takes half damage. Okay, that's cool. 2 spells. Blink. Oh, that's kind of cool. At the end of your turn, vanish into the ethereal plane. It's kind of useful. Ice knife. This might be useful because like he doesn't really have a close range. Well, he can use his staff as a melee to trip, but I don't know how effective that would be. Like this might be useful situationally against like some sort of fire type of monster or whatever, or just in general. But I don't want to rely on melee. Like this is a maybe. Shadow Blade. Oh, throws an ice, shard of ice. Takes an action slot. This is a bonus action. Weave a shadowy short sword in your hand that deals. So is this like a conjured weapon? Hold on, I'm gonna stand up for a minute. Okay. Ugh, man, my shoulders. Unlock an object that is held shut by a mundane lock. Animate dead. I mean, he's not like a necromancer. Lightning bolt. Level 3 spell slot. I guess we pick from the level 3s, don't we? Vampiric touch, necrotic. This might be useful. Sort of like the vampire bite the Asterion has. Stinking cloud. Slow. I kind of feel like this would be useful for the story at some point. Remove curse. Skillful warding. Inscribe a circle of arcane glyphs on the ground when stepped on by an enemy. The selected magical effect will trigger. But what's the effect? Because when you think of warding, you think of like a defensive spell. Like, you would think that when an ally stepped on this, it improves their defense. Describe a circle of arcane glyphs on the ground when stepped on. Is there multiple different effects that you can choose from? There's this one where you can choose which type of elemental effect it has. Gale, glyph of warding. Okay, there's sleep, detonation, thunder, lightning, fire, cold, and acid. In the line of interruption. very few instances are they like lined up nicely, and is, this is a 30-meter radius. That's probably like the length the spell can go, but how wide is it? How wide of a net can it cast? Because if they're not like perfectly in line, is it not even going to be worth it? But the damage looks very tempting, like up to 48. Let's go with this and this. Because more and more, like, I'll run into instances where we can, like, heal or do certain things to, like, NPCs to make them happy, and I'm like, I kind of want to see if this comes up. Plus, I don't use them very often for combat, so it probably won't really matter to give him, like, too many damaging spells.
My pleasure.
You wish to speak?
Not really. This dude's just hanging around.
What to do? Maybe it'll bring us closer.
My first tour of a Githyanki creche. Memorable, to be certain, but the service left something to be desired. That's the spirit. A hero at heart.
What's this? Deep into Pact. Pleased with your service, your otherworldly patron added new boons to the terms of your pact. Pact of the Blade, you gain an extra attack. Pact of the Chain, your familiar gains an extra attack. Pact of the Tome, you can animate dead, haste, and call lightning once per each long rest. Okay, that's pretty cool. Gained a passive. Fireball. Hunger of Hadar. Creatures within this black sphere are blinded and take damage at the end of their turn and the start of their turn. Remove curse. Stinking cloud. I guess this. We already have remove curse from Gale. Hmm. 3 to 18 and you gain back half as hit points. So conceivably we could only do 3 damage and gain back like 1 hit point. I don't know. The only one that's remotely tempting, I guess, is Fireball. Oh yeah, this one. There was that like rare instances where there was like pipes like in the Underdark, or we could like, if we had this spell, we could like get into certain places. I mean, we still got into the place because we just picked the lock. Hopefully we can find like a spell scroll for this, because it's too situational. Like, I wouldn't want to waste an actual skill on something like this. In your study of occult lore, you have unearthed eldritch invocations, forbidden knowledge. You can cast slow. You can bestow curse. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your charisma modifier to the damage it deals. Cast Speak with Animals. We already have a potion for that. You invoke your patron's bewitching charm. You gain proficiency in deception and persuasion. Devil Sight. You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 24 meters. You can cast Disguise Self at will without expending a spell slot. You can learn how to cast one with shadows. Vanish into the darkness and become invisible as long as you stand still. I'm not sure when that would be useful, because you would want to be invisible and do stuff, like pick a lock or steal something. Like, why would you want to just stay still? Like, in what situations would that be useful? I mean, I guess if you were like a spy and you're doing like reconnaissance, but I don't know if we're ever gonna have that come up. You can push a creature to 4.5 meters away. Once per long rest, you can cast Bane. Bane up to 3 targets. They receive penalty. This one's pretty good. This is probably the most useful. Dark One's Own Luck. Call on your patron to change your fate and add a D10 to ability check.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Well met. Are you sure? The blades, and just when things...
I need a moment for the two of us.
Looks like we're done here. Pity. This place has been a wild ride. Hell yes. I'd love to, thanks.
Mindless rage. Your rage becomes all-consuming, repelling outside influence. While frenzied, you can't be charmed or frightened, and calm emotions no longer end your rage. Okay.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Don't waste a step.
We've had some close calls already. There could be even tougher days ahead.
Cheer up. It might be all downhill from here.
Meaning things will start becoming easier for us? Or our situation will deteriorate from here?
Exactly.
Duh.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
Hit that country road, old man. I'm not interested in the junk you sell or the junk you tell. Oh, that's good.
How dare you? This is Elminster Ormar, the most famed and respected wizard in the realms.
Am I, indeed? Most famed and respected errand boy, more like. I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you.
That was good. Oh.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
Many miles, you say? Where do you hail from?
Originally, Shadowdale. Lately, the fanciest inns of Waterdeep. Meet Elminster Ormar. A good friend of mine, but rather more significantly, he's the most famed and respected wizard in the realms. Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I think some proper introductions are in order.
Meet Elminster Ormar. a good friend of mine, but rather more significantly, he's the most famed and respected wizard in the realms.
Am I, indeed? Most famed and respected errand boy, more like. I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught, but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you would begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
Yes, Gale, where is your decorum? I'm not in the habit of taking in vagabonds.
Oh? And what is he then? Wandering these forlorn barrens over 700 miles from home. This way then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling.
Dang, 13 centuries?
I was bid to spare.
But what?
Young, nigh. Why, some bread, cheese, and a...
Oh, for the love of...
This way then? I was bid to spare neither.
But what?
Young, nigh. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you would begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
I suppose we could part with a few of our rations. I mean, we do have a crap ton of rations.
And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale? Even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works. If only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
This way then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling.
Well, very well, I suppose I'm as curious as you are to hear what he has to say.
A wise choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Arthurian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster!
Right.
He's not only a master wizard, he's a master of dad jokes.
That is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
I'm surprised she sent you in the first place after Gale's debacle. Speak fast then, for none of this pertains to me. What message and what charge could that be? You were sent here as an actual divine messenger?
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
You wouldn't happen to know of a cure, would you? Some all-powerful parasite withering spell, perhaps? If the gods know, why are we facing these threats alone? If the goddess herself is aware, I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention. Kind of leaning towards these two. The third option, obviously, they're not going to cure us. Like, every option we've come across up until now, like, it hasn't panned out and we weren't able to cure ourselves. But we're going to see what it says.
Alas, the creature that afflicts you, the ill-begotten magic that it weaves, is inextricably conjoined with both the greater purpose and the greater master that it serves. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you
can prevent forest fires. Gale alone? How so? Mister is mistaken. I will be the Absolute's destroyer. Hogwash, idle beliefs and false hopes. I will be the Absolute's destroyer. Hogwash, idle beliefs and false hopes.
That which I speak of, as Gale well knows, is neither idle nor false. Rather, it is unnatural.
The all.
Precisely.
Mistra would consider...
Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
If the gods know, if even the gods know, why are we facing these threats alone?
They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes the single drops we think we are do not realize what waves we are building up to be. Do not discount yourself, and by the same token, do not discount your enemy. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Mistra's mistaken. I will be the Absolute's destroyer.
I doubt not your conviction, but Gale has an unnatural advantage.
The orb.
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you.
It seems like a story game. Yeah, I've never tried this game before.
You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. That is why I have come here to charge
Gonna wait
you,
for the
Gale, with its destruction.
conversation to end.
It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Sounds good, yeah. Welcome, by the way, Rebecca. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's a very story-heavy game. You don't know anything about it? I didn't really know anything about the Baldur's Gate series either. I'm from California. So yeah, but from what I hear, the Baldur's Gate 3 takes place like hundreds of years after the second game, so you don't really need to know a whole lot about the first two games. From Oregon, cool. Gale alone, how so?
The orb.
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
You'll try it soon? Cool. I think it's very worthwhile trying because it's not like other games where it's like a live service or there's like endless DLC. So there's hundreds of hours to play, with a lengthy story and lengthy backstory on characters. So it's definitely get your value out of it. What am I doing besides stream? Yeah, I have a regular job. I mostly stream for fun. Like I'm not trying to become like, some famous streamer or whatever like that. One, it's already a very saturated market and like who knows if you have like some sort of like breakout video or whatever where you get some recognition. But my mentality as far as streaming is like I love games and gaming, um primarily RPGs, but anything in general. Like anything with great story and great characters, I'm all in. And the genre of game doesn't really matter to me. It's just a vehicle for telling the story. And generally RPGs do that the best. It can be a shooter game, it can be an action game, just as long as it has good story and characters is what's most important to me. But yeah, I would be playing these games anyway, so I might as well stream it, and then if people want to come and hang out, that's like a bonus for me. Like I know a lot of people who stream, they'll like run ads or do this and that. I don't even know if I would want to do that. Good plan. You're also working a job to support your family. Right on, man. Yep. Everyone got to earn that money, working a job. I guess unless they're born into money or something like that. But yeah, you do what you got to do. Take care of your family. Oh, nice. You have 300 plus followers? That's a pretty big milestone. Your new goal is 400. Nice. You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world. That's monstrous! You're tasking him to kill himself. Say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this. We'll be rid of the Absolute and Gale in one fell swoop. Win-win. You also have a huge community server on Discord. Nice. There we support 14,000 people, small streamers. That's cool. If you like, you can add me there. I don't know. My Discord's channels that I'm following is kind of congested. I follow different servers for different reasons. Like I follow a bunch of like game dev studios. They'll put out like new messages on games that I'm following or whatever like that. Um, so yeah, I don't know. There's even some channels that I don't even like hardly ever visit. Yeah. Can you drop your username in chat? Yeah. You can put your Discord username in chat. Say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this. Rebecca Drew. Okay. That's monstrous. You're tasking him to kill himself. I wouldn't necessarily say either of these. I mean, is it monstrous? Kind of. I guess I'm leaning towards this. Say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this.
No, indeed. But I think she trusts me too.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Maena hastra mistrariel Italion thras annas difra. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I don't necessarily want to, like, get out of game to, like, do some stuff, as much as possible. Let's see. On my honor, it shall be done. Do you commit into care Gale himself? There's still a long journey ahead. We'll find another way. I am not his keeper, and I do not accept your charge. If we were playing like a paladin, I think this would be a pretty good response, but we're not. We're a barbarian.
Nor would I expect you to. It's too bleak a task to demand of anyone.
It brings me no pleasure. With that, to you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
There's still a long journey ahead. We'll find another way.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will.
That's a good line.
Farewell, my friend.
I didn't really understand.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
I didn't really get the line before it, though. Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. So just like the moons can make the swells of the ocean waves come in and out and move about or whatever, the gods can also kind of like lightly push and pull at the fate of mortals, I guess. Ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breath of our dominion. Beyond the breath of our dominion. So come ebb and flow, come all that is beyond the breath of our dominion. So even come the ebb and flow and maybe a little bit of outside influence of the gods, but also be a moon unto yourself. So kind of be your own influence on your own fate. Okay, I think I got him. I think I'm picking up what he's putting down. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. It's a good line. I'm gonna save that.
Always at your side.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
He didn't seem much of a friend showing up and demanding you kill yourself. I always imagined Elminster to be more imposing.
It's not a demand he wanted to make of me. As mistress chosen, he had no choice but to deliver her message, however much it pained him to do so. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
You're seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. He offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
I don't understand. Can't Mister just destroy the absolute? Or Elminster himself?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs.
Who's Ao?
Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better.
Ao.
As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
Ao, also known as the Hidden One, true neutral over deity, who rules over all other deities. Okay. I don't want to click on the link and get too much information. I just want to quick and dirty so we kind of like know who the hell we're talking about. So that's it? You're on a suicide mission now?
Possibly the most spectacular one ever conceived. But essentially, yes. I'm living on borrowed time, in more ways than one. Perhaps this is how it must be. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
You're not blowing yourself up, Gale. I won't let you. I mean, we can't stop it no matter what. I mean, whether he's doing this mission or not. Like, he was gonna blow up anyway. It's just that Elminster put a pause on it so he could control it to use it tactically against the Absolute. So he's gonna blow up no matter what. Assuming we find some cure or remove the curse somehow or something like that, but that's probably not gonna happen. But we'll say this just to see what it says, because I'm gonna reload this to see if we can get more information out of this. You're not blowing yourself up, Gale.
Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. You may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
So many other questions I want to ask him.
I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
I'd always imagined Elminster to be more imposing.
The Doddering Act is merely an illusion, one he's most adept at maintaining. Elminster is the most formidable wizard in the realms. Perhaps in existence.
I mean, yeah, he has...
For Mystra to have sent him. The severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young.
I mean, yeah, he has...
A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
Dude had an HP pool of 185 as a wizard. And he, like, one-shot me and Shadowheart.
Of course.
I'm gonna get some water real quick.
I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
Okay. An old man with a craving for cheese, hardly the great wizard of legend.
A wizard doesn't reach Elminster's age without enjoying their home comforts. Those who seek danger over cheese don't tend to live as long.
True.
For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. Of course, he offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
What about me? Am I safe around you?
That's the one saving grace. Seems the orb is now stable, at least until I get to where I need to be. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating. Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute and stop its beating. Of course. We offered then the slate will, and I along with it.
There's surely another way. No, probably not.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beat. Of course. And I along with it.
So that's it, you're on a suicide mission now?
Possibly the most spectacular one ever conceived. But essentially, yes. I'm living on borrowed time. That remains ahead of us for now. Of course. And I along with it.
Whatever you need, I'll be there to help.
I had no doubt I could rely on you. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of...
I like the first answer the best because it kind of talks about why the gods don't directly. It addresses that why they don't
clearest solution to, and I along with it.
Directly get involved if they can help it. But that's kind of like a trope, right? In a lot of storytelling, whether it's games or anime or like TV shows. Like I remember watching Stargate slash Stargate Atlantis, and like they're always complaining like why the ancients. This is slight spoilers, but this is like a decade-old TV show. Why the ancients didn't get involved, and they're like, oh, we don't want to get too involved or directly involved in the happenings of like, you know, people and stuff like that. They kind of want to let them figure it out on their own, you know. Can Mr. just destroy the Absolute or the Elminster himself?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
Is this proper grammar? I don't know. I'm terrible at grammar, and I was never English was never my favorite class. But shouldn't it be surely there is another way, not there is surely another way? Or does it not matter? Is it the same? Like to me, who like I said, was terrible at English class. Like it just feels smoother when you say surely there is another way.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
Okay, I'll make sure we find it, Gale.
Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute and stop its beating.
All right. Okay. Does he have a spell that creates water? Because then this would be kind of useful. And he doesn't move, since he's a mage, or we don't want him to move. For the most part, we want him to be a turret. So this might actually be good. I don't know if he has a spell that creates water, though. Or maybe he could just carry around a bunch of waters and throw it at his feet. Mistress Grace? Oh, we kind of have to have him use this then, I guess, right? Mistra boots. This might be useful for him too. Actually, this might be good for Gale, because we just gave him Fireball. And he has like a demonic... He has like a demonic patron, and he's like a warlock. This might be good for Gale also, but it's medium armor. What the hell? The thing is though, the lightning charges, does it stack on top of like a spell's damage, or is it mostly for like physical damage, like when you do a melee or a bow strike or like an arrow strike or whatever? Does the lightning charges affect magic? I mean, this might be a good choice for Asterion, since I mostly use him with the arrows, but I use him a fair bit with the dual daggers. I don't know. I'm hesitant to put anything on him just because, oh, we gave him a staff that creates water. Perfect. I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant to give him anything because we don't use him a whole lot. Two to 12, 0 to 7. See, but that's only the physical damage.
No one back home will ever believe this.
What's on your mind?
Is Mystra always such a demanding goddess?
She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me.
How are you feeling? It can be easy facing the possibility of death.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already.
True.
Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
I mean, that's a little bit of copium, but I think it's mostly true.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
Now that we don't have to feed him magical gear, I like him much more. I mean, we aren't necessarily going to put him in the party anymore. Because I have to have my waifu and I have to have Asterion, kind of, because these are, like, guaranteed lock-picking machine. So we only have, like, one flex spot, which has been Karlach, but we put Lae'zel during the, like, crash part of the game. So we might put Karlach back in.
Wanna dance?
I don't know, can anyone else wear the,
Never a dull moment.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Gloves of Power. Oh, it adds Sleight of Hand +1. That's why we gave it to him. Up. Actually, we should give him something else because this doesn't improve jump distance. That's his weakness. Not necessarily movement, but jump distance. If anything, we should give it to, like, Shadowheart. She can't run very far. Momentum. Movement speed has increased by 1.5 meters per remaining duration. Okay, that's kind of the same a thing. Maybe this? Okay.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Does anyone else want to talk? Where's Lae'zel? Oh, there she is.
Have to keep going.
I can't believe Mistra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
I mean, yes, but he did do something that pissed Mr. off, and this is a way for them to, like, clear the air or whatever, clean the slate.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mistra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mistra is concerned only for herself. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it.
The party's full. You'll need to make room. Ready for battle.
Absolute power. Split. Send this to camp. Oh no, she can keep this. She's our resident thrower. Okay, that's fine.
Action, not reaction.
See, this one is like really good because it's It does extra damage on the first hit. 1 to 8. And this is great swords, two-handed. 6 to 21, 3 to 11. Okay, when wielded by Githyanki, an extra 4 damage. You gain +2 bonus to initiative rolls. Possibly stun them. I don't want to give up this one, but it might be worth it. Ceremonial. Okay, let's send the ceremonials to camp. Man, we desperately needed to hit a merchant. Okay, we talked to Shadowheart, Lae'zel.
Alas, time for chatter. One true way.
Time to press ahead.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad?
Looked like it.
Wonder if he's a wizard too. He's certainly got the beardliness for it.
Beardliness.
Why'd he come all this way to track us down?
Don't worry about it. I don't think it was. Turns out Gale has an explosive bomb on his chest, and Mystra has asked him to use it to blow up the heart of the Absolute. Don't worry about it.
Karlach doesn't worry, she acts. So if Gale needs me, now's the time to tell me. Oh, was that Gale's granddad?
That was Elm Minister Amar, most famous wizard in the realms.
It doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
Yes. I don't think it was. It turns out Gale has an explosive bomb in his chest, and Mystra has asked him to use it to blow up the heart of the Absolute.
Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do?
I don't think he'd do that to himself, even if Mystra commanded it. I think he's actually leaning towards he's gonna follow through with it. I mean, 3, I'm not sure. I think he's of several minds. Yes, but I think he feels duty bound to do it more than anything, because he made a mistake big time. But this allows him to take advantage of his mistake and use it for a good purpose, and to give his life purpose and fulfillment, and choose the means of his of his ending. So even though it sucks and he is of several minds, I feel like he is leaning towards doing it, and he feels like he needs to do it. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, there's a bunch of videos, mostly shorts on YouTube, of like the whole, like, it's not glorious, but it's a little cheesy, but there's the whole, like, idea of the glorious death going out in combat. And you'll see, like, there's a few of them out there. One of them is like, there's like these Republic troopers, and they're fighting off these like death droids, and they're like fighting and fighting, but then eventually the droids like take them out and stuff, and you hear that song. I think it's a Madonna song where it's like, you know, and it's like, yes, we fought the good fight and we went out in a blaze of glory type of deal. And our life has purpose, and our death has purpose. And we serve the greater purpose. And you might not agree with it, but like, you could kind of see the logic, I guess, in it. I think he's gonna follow through with it.
Fuck me.
Yes, please.
There's devotion and then there's stupidity. If the god of magic can't handle this without sacrificing Gale, she's no god at all. Poor Gale. He must be in bits after hearing that. I'll distract him. Tell him I haven't read a book since secondary school. Watch his face melt off.
It's not that she can't. Like, the gods are always saying, like, we can't interfere, we can't interfere. At least the more, like, non-malicious ones. Like, you always hear in stories, like how the evil gods interfere a lot, while the quote-unquote good gods, like, don't like to interfere. And it's not necessarily like the devotion thing. Like we said before, it's like he was already on a doom counter, you know? He was already on borrowed time. This way, he can actually, at the very least, use that curse to do some good, because it's that curse is going to take him no matter what. Like, another example of using your curse to do some good is there's that anime Inuyasha where there's a character who has a curse, and then he uses the curse to, like, fight and stuff. Rotten warning sign.
Do not walk in darkness. Turn to the light. Beware of the shadows. Do not enter. pass at your peril.
What's hiding here? What path lies before me?
To the shadow-cursed lands. Is it gonna give us a prompt? I think it does. You're about to progress your adventure. Make sure you tie up any loose ends before advancing. Okay. I did go there when I was playing off stream yesterday, but we're not gonna do that right now. We're going to... Oh, let's go, oh no, it's gonna force us to camp. I was gonna say let's go to the, like, this entrance to the goblin camp to see where it connects. But it's gonna make us go to camp. Let's go to... Where is it? We need to go to a merchant. Oh, balls. Alright, fine.
I have a lot on my mind.
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need?
Okay, nothing new. Love me already, Shadowheart.
Here we go.
Supreme Kithrak, has Vlaakith sent you to slay me with your own blade?
I've not come to kill you, Lae'zel. I've come to aid you.
Don't trust him.
Skakek Kir Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Go on, speak.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlaakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlaakith's demise? Skaketh! I should run you through for suggesting it.
I know you carry the prism. Within it lies the seeds of the demise. You must be either a fool or a hero to work against your own queen.
A fool stumbles without cause. A hero serves a cause without question. I am neither. Clear of heart, clear of mind, and bound by no master. Now, you must listen. The prism's tenant can put an end to Vlaakith's tyranny. They must be let loose. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlaakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, just still Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel, every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaith-Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness. You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
Kill him. This is your chance to earn Vlaakith's redemption. He speaks true of the Zaith-Isk. You need to trust him. I wouldn't say you need to trust him, but he does speak true of the Zaith-Isk. Like, it would be nice if you could kind of combine. He speaks true of the Zaith-Isk and Vlaakith's led you astray. And like, oh, you should probably, we can put our faith in him for now, type of deal.
I served Vlaakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles, yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth.
I assume Hasharlak means traitor.
Baldur's Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Lae'zel, I see Talak Magir in you, sister in freedom. Together we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle, or slip away. I should go. Vlaakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
Damn, so many people are waiting for me in Baldur's Gate. Quanith the Psionic Detector.
So, Lae'zel's going to war with Vlaakith? Going to break her chains in Baldur's Gate? Good for her.
Oh, this is where Gale is supposed to be, right? Where is he? Is he sleeping? Why are you sleeping on the job, Gale? Or, oh, no. It only shows people who are in my party. Okay.
I didn't expect Lae'zel to turn on the Lich Queen so readily. Wonders never cease.
Vlaakith Kosivim Chrath Crashet. Only in Vlaakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu's slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlaakith. Forsake Vlaakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlaakith. She has sinned against me.
Obviously, it's about time you figured it out. And if Voss is wrong, if his claims are wrong and Vlaakiths are real. Voss called Vlaakith a tyrant. Does this mean you agree? What does Ascension entail exactly? I guess we'll probably go with this one, but I want to see what this says.
Then, when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better.
Voss called Vlaakith a tyrant. Does this mean you agree?
I'd never thought Vlaakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlaakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Gait, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlaakith to true godhood.
What does Ascension entail exactly?
Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Gait enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Gait and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of Ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlaakith in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the Astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed.
Who is the one in the prism, do you think?
I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlaakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right. Yes, I'd like time to think. We'll meet Kithrak Voss at Shares's Caress in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlaakith's eyes are upon us.
Alrighty.
It's been a day, Scratch. Come here, boy.
Huh? How come I can't interact with Scratch? Why can't I pet you? Let me love you. Damn, no one has any room. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is off stream, I'm going to walk my over encumbered butt over to the merchant and off stream we will sell a bunch of our crap. But yeah, for tonight we will call it here and pick it up on my next day off in about 5 days. We may stream before work sometime in between then, but maybe not. But yeah, in any case, hope you enjoy the stream. You're more than welcome to hang out in the future. Like I said, may or may not be tomorrow. Thank you for Tama for hanging out. Rebecca, anyone else who might have stopped by, I appreciate you too. Having you here makes streams more fun in general for me and helps motivate me to continue streaming, so I truly appreciate you spending your precious time hanging out with me. Yeah. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, enjoy some games yourself, and have a good one in general, alright? Take care, see ya.